It's the Full Force News Burst brought to you by GeneralsJoes Reborn.com with me, Christopher McLeod AKA Diagnostic 80. More images have emerged of those classified Battle Android Trooper and Alley Viper parts. A short while ago we reported on some images that emerged from the Far East showing what looked to be head sculpts for a possible classified Battle Android Trooper and Alley Viper, as well as the Alley Viper's shield. Well, thanks to Jason Small, we have even more and much better images of the parts, including weapons and secondaries. Starting with the Battle Android Trooper head, we have 3 new images showing the battle damaged head turnaround, which highlights the details of the sculpt and shows just how significant that damage is on the left side of the figure's bonce. It's really cool to see an almost Terminator-like skull inside the iconic bat helmet here, and adds a very terrifying vibe to the figure. I fully expect this to be an additional head for the figure, as I'm sure there will be a clean and shiny version that comfortably hides that T800 underneath. Then we have the Alley Viper head, and again, numerous images to show the details all the way around the head. The shape and details look absolutely superb, and I cannot wait to see this guy decoed up in that famous orange and blue. The interior mask has fold detailing which adds to that material look, and the eyes look determined and aggressive. I'm a huge fan of the helmet design with the exposed balaclava, underbite fangs and ports for the faceplate, which we still haven't seen yet. The raised Cobra logo is also a very nice touch, and the additional details like the depressions, trenches and holes all add up to the aesthetic appeal of this awesome head sculpt. As well as the heads, we also got some amazing shots of the Alley Viper weapons and accessories. We get a very close look at the secondary vest front and back here, and it looks really cool. Packed with detail, pouches, small carabiners on the belt and a grundle protector, I can imagine that in the orange and blue as well, and it's just making me smile. The back is much cleaner and smooth with a hole for the backpack, which we also get to see. I love this as well. Once again, absolutely crammed with details and visually reminiscent of a Ghostbusters Proton pack. There are grenades, pouches, cylinders and a raised Cobra logo. No sign of the grappling hook launcher from the vintage version, but you can clearly see a perfect space for it and a post, which would line up with the trigger hole to affix it to the pack. This is the most exciting aspect for me and makes a lot of sense, especially seeing as the weapon we get to see doesn't line up with that space in much the same way as the vintage, due to them being 2 separate accessories. His rifle is identical to the vintage, and I can't wait to see the remaining accessories and the figures in their full builds and regalia. Based on listings that have been leaked in the past, these 2 characters would line up with the last 2 known code words for this year, Big Rig / Apollo and Diamondback / Satellite, so it's highly likely these 2 won't be Target exclusives, which, even though they seem to have sorted their online pre-order issues since Barbecue and Breaker, feels like better news in terms of availability for actual army building. Anyway, we will bring you more info as we get it, and we'll also be getting into more detail with this story and everything else in the week on next weekend's Full Force Weekly. Have a happy 4th of July, and I will see you all on the next one. I'm off to start work on the next one. That's it for this instalment of the Full Force News Burst. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time, and as always, Full Force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter @TheFullForce, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/TheFullForce, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback and questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/TheFullForce podcast, or click the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.